Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a special video with a special guest. So here is the special guest coming in at 180 pounds, standing 6 foot tall, thicker than a Snicker. My husband, Elijah Flores.
How's it going?
So today we're going to be doing a husband and wife Q&A. So we are going to be answering some of the questions that y'all have for us. So the first question is, how did we meet? We're going there first. We met in 5th grade, but we actually didn't start talking until the summer of 5th grade. And we got each other's numbers from friends, and that's how we started talking. And a little fun story, so whenever we had first started texting each other, I had gotten a text from him, and the signature the signature had said Amy on it, and I was like, why would he text me with another girl's name as his signature? And so like a couple days, because I didn't want to ask right away, like, is that your girlfriend or whatever. So a couple days later he tells me, or I'm like, who is Amy? And he's like, oh, it's my mom's phone. So it was his mom's signature. I just thought that was so funny.
It was embarrassing.
So we met in 5th grade in elementary school.
Blue bar.
So, who is the funny one?
Gonna have to be her, I guess.
I feel like we are both funny. That's I don't know, it's a big piece of our relationship. I mean, we're always making each other laugh, and we're always having a good time. So I feel like it's both of us. What's the best part about having kids? You can go first.
I would have to say just seeing like a part of you grow up, and a part of you being so young, and you know, seeing them learn new things and be there to teach them new things, and it's amazing. I love it.
And they have their own personalities, and they love you no matter what. Like, that is just your person. And then especially because it's a piece of him and a piece of me. So our son is so, like, he's so outgoing, and he's so funny, and sometimes he acts like him and sometimes he acts like me. So it's just so amazing to see that in a little person that you love so much. Are we ready for baby number 2? Yes, we are. Oh, I know I am so ready for her. So
For sure, I'm ready.
One memory we will never forget. You want to go first, or you want me to?
I'll go first. One memory I'll never forget probably will be whenever you gave birth to Buddy. That was something I've never been through, and seeing the girl of my dreams, my wife, my everything, you know, have my boy was just incredible. It was amazing.
One memory I will never forget is whenever I was walking down the aisle to be married. I was so nervous, and I didn't want to look at anyone, so I was kind of looking down, and whenever I looked up, I seen him, and he was literally crying in tears because I was walking down the aisle, and for me and for him being like such a tough guy, and
I'm so sure.
like, he doesn't ever really show that emotion, like, and to be crying because I'm walking down the aisle, like, it meant so much to me, and I was so surprised. Like, it was just the cutest thing. That's just something that I will never ever forget. How did Elijah react to finding out you're pregnant both times?
I guess what, in disbelief, I guess?
The first time, yes. We were super young. I was 15 and he was still 15 at the time whenever we found out, and so it was a big, like, wow. But the second time, I cried, honestly. I was so scared. And I called him and I was like, I took a pregnancy test and it came out positive. Um, like, what do we do? Like, how do you feel? And he was like, well, that's good, right? Like, I'm happy. So that made me feel a lot better because I was really scared and I didn't know what his reaction was going to be, but it was pretty good. So, how did your relationship change after you guys had your baby boy, especially at a young age? How do you guys still manage to keep your relationship going after so long? So, I feel like our relationship changed after we had him in a good way because we really like matured up really fast. Um,
It's like we grew with each other. We learned our pros, our cons. You know what really gets each other angry, and what really what we need. What our spouse. What they. How would you say that? What they
like,
like you're like comforting them and caring for them, and then you also know what's gonna. I mean,
and we're
of
really
course.
just figuring out who each other is and are and everything like that. How do we manage to keep our relationship going after so long? Relationships are hard. Like, it's not an easy thing. Yes, people always see us looking so happy, or just because you post that most of the time you're happy, it doesn't mean that that's what's happening behind closed doors. I mean, we've fought at the beginning of our marriage. We fought so much, but it's if you and the person that you're with are willing to stick it out through the hardest times. That's really how you keep your relationship going. Is don't give up. You have anything else?
Just time. Everything takes time.
How do y'all communicate in times of frustration and maintain a happy marriage and family? In times of frustration, I mean, it's okay to argue. I feel like that's okay. Like, you have to get your feelings out. You can't always stay bottled up because whenever you do let it out, it's gonna be it's gonna be everything all at once. But honestly, whenever we're really mad, we'll just give each other some space for a little bit, and then we'll talk later on, and that way we're cooled down and everything.
Yeah, it's not overheated.
Anything else on that one?
Yeah, you said it. Just space for a little bit. I mean, we all have our differences, but we don't need to over exaggerate on things.
So, how has marriage changed y'all as a couple? We'll do that one first. How do you feel?
You go first.
So, I feel like marriage, honestly, whenever we got our marriage license and we were actually married, I feel like we started fighting a lot more.
It's stressful.
It is very stressful to be married, but like I said, if it's with the right person and you know that that's the right person, like, you'll do anything to stay together and do what you have to do. So I feel like being married has really helped us just mature and see situations differently. What about you?
I think it's, I don't know, like really good because we get along great now. Marriage really helped out our relationship. It's like whenever we took that next step, it's like we also, matured up exactly what you're saying. And I mean, it's awesome now.
Do you have wished you would have had a traditional wedding through the church and a big celebration after? So we did have a wedding through the church, but it was mainly just our immediate family that was there, and then we went out to eat after and had a small celebration. But I want to have a big celebration maybe for our 5-year anniversary, because this year we will be going on 4 years of marriage already. So, do you want to have a
I would like to have one.
big
5 years
party.
sounds pretty good. Yeah, that would be fun.
And then also, whenever we had gotten married and everything, we didn't talk to a lot of people or anything, so we didn't really say, oh yeah, let's go have a big party or anything like that. But I feel like now it would be super fun to do that with our family and friends. When did y'all know y'all loved each other? So you can go first.
I probably knew, like what I was saying before, I couldn't get her out of my head. Any little time I was, at school, at work, if I was doing any little thing, if she wasn't by me, she was just in my head. I knew right then and there, yeah, she was the one for me, and she was the one that, I want to spend the rest of my life with.
I would say I knew whenever we were really young. I would say in like 7th grade. It was just always him. Like, I never saw anyone else like as being long-term relationship, or whenever me and him would go through things, like I was always so heartbroken. I just wanted for us to be okay. Like, I never just, oh, let me go with another person just because we broke up or anything like that. It was always just him. And so I feel like I always knew that we were gonna end up together. But it's just so crazy because we've been doing this since we were like
Long time.
11, and we're 20 now, so. And last question, how did you guys manage to get y'all's own place at a young age?
Well, just saving up and working. You were working as well at that time.
Yeah, and we were 16.
I barely turned 17.
And I was 16, and we had put in an application just because we were like, let's just see what happens and let's see if we end up getting it. And I did not think that we were gonna get it at all, but we did, and we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment for our first little out of our parents' house and everything. And we had nothing. We had no decorations, nothing in the rooms. Like, we had a bed, our dresser, and
A little TV.
yes, a little TV. We were watching videos on the DVD player. And ever since then, we've moved up. Then we went to a 3-bedroom apartment, and now we're at a 3-bedroom house.
3-bedroom house.
And it's just, it takes time. It's not like right away you move and you're gonna have all the stuff that you need, all your decorations or anything like that, but you just work with what you have and just keep on motivating each other. Don't give up. Like I said, relationships are not easy, so just stay with it. And if you really love that person and they really love you, y'all will work things out. It's all about being mature, and like I said, if you want to be with that person, you will be with that person. But yeah, I hope that this video was fun and you liked watching us. If you like watching videos with my husband in them, comment or let us know, because he did not want to be in the video.
Yeah, I did it though.
So if you want to see more of him, let us know. And if you have any more video requests or anything like that, any more questions that we can answer, just send us a message or comment. And I hope you like our video, and if you want to, subscribe to my channel. So I think that's it.
That's it. That's everything.
So you have to do
The peace.